BBC.
BBC.
And I don't mean.
So hold on. The articles that say 13.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Breakfast Club. We're here with Amigos. Take off.
Cuervo.
All set.
Woo, 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 woo.
Connor.
Hey, you.
100 bands.
I'm just playing. Welcome to Convosaries, everybody. I am RJ.
I am Dash.
And I'm Trevin. Welcome back to another week.
Welcome back to another week, everybody. How's it going out there, huh?
How y'all doing?
It's going.
That's good. That's good to hear, everybody.
And if you guys are wondering why we're wearing the same clothes from the last episode, that's because it's still the same day.
Yeah.
We recorded a bonus episode this week that you already listened to.
And thank you for listening to it. Hey, if you've not listened to it, after you listen to this, listen to that.
Listen.
Just
listen all over the place.
Give us
Episode
likes
22.
and shit.
Listen to episode 22.
Like, share, and subscribe. But let's get into it, I guess. How's everybody doing since about an hour ago we went and ate? How's everybody doing?
I'm feeling full. Had that cafe at Rio.
Right.
Feeling good.
Some good food, man.
Yeah.
Good food.
I think it was my first time eating there.
Shouts out to Victoria, by the way,
delicious.
for getting that.
Shouts out. Hell
Shouts
yeah.
out.
Catering to the
Catering.
studio
Yeah.
with a T.
Where are you going with this, right?
I don't know. I just really wanted to get to what you wanted to recommend me.
Oh.
Let's talk today in Netflix, guys.
Let's talk.
Oh, yeah.
So today in Netflix, there's a really cool movie. I told Trevor about it, and Will. It's called Molly's Game.
Molly's Game.
Have you ever heard of it?
Heard of it? Never seen it. I don't know what it's about.
Bro. So it's about this girl. She grew up being an Olympic athlete, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a kid. She was skiing pretty much.
Okay.
And her dad was super tough. You know how Olympic parents are or portrayed on
Right.
TV and stuff. Like super strict. No, do it again. You're weak. Whatever.
Do
and
it
so
again.
forth.
You're weak.
You know what I'm saying? So she ended up breaking her back and she couldn't do that anymore.
Mm.
And she moved to a whole different state, started a new life, and she started working for this guy who held casino games every Friday. And there were various actors, movie directors, businessmen, lots of people who attended this, and she got tips for just being there. Like, she was keeping track of the money and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it goes down like she's dealing with people like a $250,000 buy-in.
Right.
That's the type of money they're talking about, bro.
Uh-huh.
So it's really interesting because
I thought you were gonna give me a plot.
I don't want to spoil it.
I get it. Don't spoil it.
But Idris Elba is in it, and
Okay.
you know he's good. Anything he acts in is
Shouts
good.
out.
So
Shouts
shouts out to Idris Elba.
Shouts out.
But yeah, that's what I'm recommending for you on Netflix today.
Is that it? I thought you had like a whole list.
There is another one, but I forgot it. There is a lot, bro, but they're gonna come up. Don't trip.
That's
What
why I
about
write
you?
mine down.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, so let's see. I've been. My dad actually recommended this one for me,
Let's hear it.
and it's got Wesley Snipes in it.
Wesley
Okay.
Snipes.
Yeah, it's
Is this some
called.
old school stuff?
It's probably about 2 years old. I think it came out in 2018.
Okay.
It's called Armored Response.
Hmm.
It's interesting. Let me know. I'm trying to think of how not to spoil it. So just think about, you know how they have like these maximum prisons and high tech prisons and shit.
Yeah.
It's a super, super, super high tech prison.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
And I guarantee it has nothing to do with what you think it has to do with.
So it's kind of like Alcatraz.
But it's really good. Yeah. My dad didn't tell me about it either. I just kind of went in blind. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But that one is really good.
Okay.
I
Damn, your dad is recommending you these
know.
movies, bro.
Cause I told him to watch Extraction and he loved it.
Extraction with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
with Thor.
With Thor.
Yeah, we would
Oh,
just watch that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
that one,
you
yeah.
told me to go rewatch it.
My bad.
You could
I-
tell
I-
me to rewatch
Dude,
it.
I get
Yeah.
I get so messed up with
No, don't
names,
just watch
man.
it. Watch it twice.
Because the Extraction sounds like something Arnold Schwarzenegger would do. He's like in every action movie.
It
ever.
does sound like something that he would do.
Ever.
Dude.
No,
There's
not ever
people
at
that
all,
have taken
ever.
over in the last couple of decades.
I mean, yeah, for real. But like, if you think about,
He's in a very
most of his movies,
specific-
yeah,
Very
He's in a very
Yeah, sure.
specific
yeah,
action. movie.
like, I'll be back. I'll be back again. I'm back.
And that there is the evolution of
Arnold
Arnold Schwarzenegger. There we go. I actually kind of want to go back to Arnold Schwarzenegger after I finish this list.
Okay.
But this list is really only 2. Dude, okay. Now, Dash.
What's up?
I know you don't like series and shit.
Oh boy.
He does this
I'm
every
trying to
week.
get him on Breaking Bad.
Every week. I don't
Every
know.
week, I know.
I don't know.
But
don't.
Dash, look, this is, bruh. This show, you might as well just call it a 6-hour movie.
Why would I
It
want to
ain't
watch
even.
a
It ain't
6-hour
even.
movie?
It ain't even an hour long. Like the
I
episodes.
can't even finish a 3-hour movie.
Just listen. The episodes are like the first episode is 40 minutes, and I think the other ones are like 35 to 40, and it's only 6 episodes. It's just like it's probably like a 4-hour movie. Just this shit is crazy. Okay, all right. So it's about. I don't even know what it's about. I do, but I can't express it. So there's this lady, right? And I really don't know how to explain this without spoiling it. I'll just say it, okay?
She's a lady.
You gotta watch
A
it
woman,
anyway.
girl.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
definitely.
tell
a
me
woman
about
girl.
it. I might or
So-
might not watch it.
She gets on the plane. Yeah, I mean that was a given. She gets on this plane, right? And then this dude jumps on. He hijacks the plane, right? And like they were in the middle of boarding, but he somehow took the security person's like machine gun, fought his way onto the airplane, closed the doors. Only like the first class people was up there. So it wasn't full. It was probably about 15 people altogether. And then he hijacks the plane. They take off. He's like, I'm saving your lives. So immediately I'm like, what? And so he's like, I'm saving your lives. Makes the pilot take off. Right.
Hey, take off.
Take off. Right. Speaking of which. And so they take off. Later, come to find out, I can tell you all this part because this first episode is really like that's.
Tell us, Reg.
I saw the trailer. I'm trying to get it all together to tell you to know what to tell you and what not to. But I watched the trailer and the whole thing was just the first episode, so I can tell you that. So he gets in, they take off, and so like later on you find out that apparently the son is killing people now. I know it sounds crazy. I thought
the
the
guy's
same thing.
son
Like the
on the plane with the
no,
machete?
the sun, S-U-N,
Oh,
the star in the sky,
the big one.
the big
the
one.
big yellow one.
The big guy.
The big one.
the big one.
Yeah. So basically, something happens, I guess, with the ozone layer, something, and now like you can't survive in the
Something
daylight.
with the ozone layer.
Something.
So you can't survive in the daylight.
Can't survive because or your
So our
insides will
ozone's
boil
gone,
out.
and
Ooh.
we have no protection from certain rays. Probably
Exactly.
From-
Something.
That
That's
are-
exactly what I said.
He was like,
That's what I said. So your insides will boil
Sure.
if the sun gets on you. So basically, you just have to be in the night. So they take off.
At Neil deGrasse Tyson, is that scientifically accurate? Hit us up. Let us
Hit
know.
us up.
Right, hit us up. Shouts out to you, by the way.
Shouts out.
Shouts out.
And so they basically are trying to just fly through the night, and like forever be in night
Okay.
until they can survive. So they're stopping off at different airports, getting different like fuels, but there are certain airports they can't stop at because fucking apocalypse, right?
Okay.
Shit's on fire, it's burned down, people are dead, there are bodies.
So they're living on an airplane.
In the
pretty
plane,
much.
they're safe from these
Yeah.
sun rays?
It's only because they're flying at night. They're staying at night. So they're like keeping track of when
So
the sun
they're
is going to come up.
flying on the
Always
horizon.
flying west. Yeah.
Okay.
So like when they land, they're like, okay, we got 2 hours till the sun comes up. We got to get this fuel, go find supplies, food, blah blah
Oh
blah.
shit, that sounds dope.
It is fucking.
It's called
dope.
what?
Into the Night.
Okay.
It is.
I'm gonna
good.
check that one out.
Yeah, like you will not regret it. I
I
promise.
like apocalyptic shit.
And that's just the
Yeah,
first
that's
episode.
Trevin's stuff.
Maybe you'll get him on it.
I could try, but
yeah, even Trevin, you can.
I'm really trying hard to get him on Breaking Bad lately. Seriously. Like,
I'm currently finishing Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Never
into
got
zombie.
Walking Dead.
What is it with Americans and zombies?
Bro, I'm tired of The Walking Dead. Let me tell you why I'm watching it, okay?
Why?
Terrence and I, my roommate,
Yeah.
had this agreement that if he starts to watch Grey's Anatomy, y'all know how hard I watch Grey's Anatomy, right?
so you have to watch.
I have to watch Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead because
Both?
because the seasons are still less than what Grey's Anatomy has
Yo, that's
Yeah.
insane.
by like 2 or 3 seasons. So I was like, all right, cool. I breezed through Game of Thrones, no problem.
Yeah.
It is so hard watching The Walking Dead. Like once I watch it, like once it's on, it's cool. But
it's
the
not
problem
about
is
the
starting
zombies.
it.
It's about the storyline. for
I
that.
know.
So
I'm on
I
like
think
season
that's the thing.
into season 7 right now.
You have to be into it for the drama reasons,
I know,
Man.
and I'm not
the reality
hyped
show
on them.
drama.
But once I'm
Trevin's
watching
on
it,
the same thing. He's trying to get me to shoot zombies, and I'm like, what's up with you guys and zombies?
I like old school games, and I got us an Xbox 360 so that we can play
Oh shit, he's
Black
about to call
Ops
me out.
2.
He's
Nice.
about to call me out.
Call of
right
Duty
here.
Zombies on Black Ops 2,
uh-huh.
because in my opinion, it's the best one for zombies.
That's what everybody says.
And you can play. It was like one of the last games that you can really play split screen, like 4 people.
Mm.
And I like those kind of video games. I don't like this whole like isolation, only play online with your friends in other countries and states. Like, yeah, that's great, and it's a great invention for playing video games with your friends. But I like old school, man, just like sitting down with the homies and like shooting some zombies on the couch. You know what I mean? In the same room.
He's old school.
Back in college, I had this friend. She was all about them zombies, bro. All about shooting them zombies on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like she would always invite me over. Hey, you want to play zombies? Hey, you want to play zombies?
Dude, I'd
I'm
be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was at first, but then,
Got sick of it?
yeah, like she was like, hey, you want to come over and smoke and play zombies? I'm like, I'll do one of those things. I watched because she was so fucking good.
Okay.
She was good. She was definitely a gamer girl. Gamer
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I mean,
Those are
I don't
more
mind watching.
popular these days, like gamer girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my sister's really into watching gamers too. I think she's gonna become a gamer girl. I don't know. Pretty interesting.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
My wife's a gamer. I
Yeah,
don't know if y'all knew that.
yeah, Victoria.
She's a super nerd.
Yeah, I knew. Super nerd. Shouts out to Victoria.
Shouts out.
2 episodes
Shouts
in a row,
out.
baby.
It was
Same
2 episodes
episode.
in a row.
Same
Yeah.
episode.
No, it's 2 episodes.
Oh,
We
wait.
said that earlier, like
For
an
the
hour
food.
ago.
Remember?
Oh yeah, no.
Never
that was
mind.
the
no,
same
it was this
Damn
episode.
it.
Yeah. don't
They all blend together now.
They do. We talk about so much. Speaking about talking about so much and moving this thing right along,
Tacos. I had some tacos actually.
Yeah,
Just
tacos
before
are
the
good.
show.
just before the show.
Just before the show.
So, did you guys know? Speaking of food, ooh, that was a good segue. Thank you, Trevin. Speaking of food, did you guys know that it is now gay?
Oh my god.
I don't know where you find these things. These aren't news headlines. These aren't things that
like,
other people are talking about.
Trevin,
Like one person said that dessert is for women.
Trevin, I think
I found a
Reg-
post where people were arguing about that, by the way. On the internet, yes.
Told you.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I think Reg just walks around the street and looks under rocks and like just
These
listens to
crazy
random
headlines.
people's conversations around the streets,
I love
walking in
them,
the
but I'm
streets
like,
of Salt
where
Lake
the fuck
City.
Did you hear this?
Yeah, bro. Right.
Hey, but I be coming with the
Dude, I
headlines, though,
fucking
don't
love
I?
your stories. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, where do you find this shit? Anyway, let's hear it.
I forgot where I heard this, but I heard it on some podcast I was listening to. Do you know that it is now gay to you guys just went off after
Number
that.
what?
Number one.
Number one.
To have breakfast with another man.
Oh My gosh.
For two men to have breakfast
Who makes
together,
these
that's
rules?
gay.
Who makes these rules, Rich?
The women.
You saw this on Black Twitter?
It
At least
might
they're
have been.
making some rules now.
It might have been.
Oh my gosh, bro.
What?
So at least they're making some rules now. It's time to make a change in this country.
Oh my
It's
god.
about goddamn time.
About time. But yeah, I'm like, what the?
It makes
what?
no sense. It makes no sense.
Me and Tez love to go get some breakfast and some coffee and just have some good conversation.
Dude, we have
Yeah.
breakfast all the time.
Right.
We just got back from our camping trip. I didn't even talk about that. But
Oh yeah, by the way.
we had breakfast together every morning.
Right. I mean,
Literally.
and like,
But I mean, me and Will camping
yeah.
already kind of gay.
It's already.
It's okay. Our wives were there. So that like evened it out.
Disclaimer: I love our LGBTQ community.
Absolutely, and shouts out.
Shouts
Shouts
out. My friends would be okay with me making this joke. it's our N word. Sorry.
Karen with the hard
Gosh,
N.
you gotta be controversial sometimes, man.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so I like to go out and get breakfast and shit, man. And we talked about this like off air. Me and Ted's been friends for like 20 something years. So you asked me, where do y'all get these conversations, man? Yeah, we run out of normal shit to talk about. So you gotta talk about the weird shit, man. So like we'd like to go out and people watch and talk about them too. So
Hey, that's
you gotta have
a lost
conversations.
art almost.
People watching?
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite
It's
things to
creepy
do.
now.
Dude,
But-
you know what's funny?
Damn,
If
creepy.
you do it right, you just go sit in the park, in like a really busy public park, and
Trevor
just like, have
does
a
it.
cup of coffee and observe the way people, the way
You look
people
like Dave
behave in
Chappelle right
public.
now.
Just people watching. I'm just people watching.
Yeah, you know, Trevor people watches on GTA as well.
Now that's fucking creepy.
That is. He's like, it's so,
Nah, I get it though.
It's so
I get it.
real.
Computers, the NPCs.
bro. Y'all are weird. Why you be watching video games interact with each other? I don't know.
Oh, me? Don't put me in that category.
No, you're like. Well,
I said I get it.
Dude,
I
I
can't
swear
say
to
I'll
God,
do it.
What do you get about it?
You want to see what the hell they're programmed to do, man?
Yeah.
It's the Matrix.
The Matrix.
It's the Matrix, man.
Inception.
Right.
And I think like especially that game. It's one of the it was groundbreaking for its time and still is.
It
How
is.
many like 7-8 years later?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it's interesting to see like how intricate they made things that most people don't
That still
notice.
stands. Yeah.
You know, like the cracks in the sidewalk or the gravel on the road or the way the grass moves on the mountain.
Do you
side.
know something?
Like it's crazy.
It's
The
good.
CEO of Rockstar. So it's two brothers, right?
Sure.
And one of them quit. So, do you guys think that's gonna have like an effect on the games in the future?
I don't know. I don't
hope
know
it doesn't.
if they had different personalities or.
Only if it makes it better, I hope.
You know what? At what point are like because Rockstar's a huge corporation now?
Yeah.
At what
Right.
point is it like really him making the decisions
It's a team effort
about
at this
GTA,
point.
or is it like every department has a head and then
Bro.
has a bunch of people that
Bro.
are really good in that department? They all come up with ideas, bring them to the department head, and then they all meet and say, okay, well, this is what we're doing for graphics, this is what we're doing for hookers, and this is.
Trevin, you know, Rockstar's kind of like EA. The dude who makes all the shots is the guy who says EA Sports. It's in the game.
I think that EA is a totally different thing because everybody knows EA for being like
top
a
dog.
trash company. I think
But it's the top dog for like all sports.
they own sports, like they have a monopoly on all the
Games.
sports.
Yeah. It's crazy. But
I
did
don't
you
know if they
guys
really
hear
do,
about
but
the
they make the only
homie-
sports games that get played?
Did you guys hear about what the homie Elon Musk did?
Oh,
Oh.
besides sending 2 people to space last week?
Yeah, like he just did that. Like, he just does stuff.
That was last week.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
His first launch,
I
they're
don't
gonna
know what
dock
to
with
say.
the space station
Yeah,
soon.
yeah.
I did not. I saw people making jokes about that. I haven't been on social media this week, really.
Yeah.
I saw people making jokes about astronauts leaving Earth. I did not know that Elon
Musk was
Musk
behind
was
it?
sending folks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just did his. So he's been doing these, like sending rockets up, and he's got tons of satellites up
Yeah,
there
see, I
now,
knew about
along
that.
with NASA, and this
Mhm.
was his first astronaut launch. He's got 2 people in space now, and you should see the look on his face.
Is he happy?
He is the most. He looks like a child. He's
Yo,
so.
can you
like-
look that up, Reg, real quick?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to put that in right here somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know.
so that we can all see. Oh, I haven't seen this picture too.
What am I looking up?
Elon Musk face.
See, I didn't want to
Yeah,
just look up.
I
I
don't
that.
seen it in a headline.
So look it up on Google.
Google, I guess. I'm like,
I don't
what do I
know.
look? How do I
I thought you
find
were the
that?
master of
Musk.
looking shit up.
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
said that.
You.
Dad
I mean,
said that.
you appear like it. Like, hey, Reg, who's this Tom? What's Towel Day? And he looks Towel Day up. In
He
like
had
5
Towel Day up
seconds.
before we even asked the question.
Exactly. It's like what?
I still don't know what
So
look up
we have a comment on what
astronaut.
episode?
Landing.
Which
said-
one?
The
No, astronaut. Yeah.
oh yeah
We have a comment on what? What are you talking about?
on our video on a
Uh,
recent episode.
Yeah, we got
reason we looked up Towel Day.
comment.
He
from-
said Happy
Oh.
Towel Day to us,
what episode?
Yeah.
and shouts out to
Shouts out to
Liam?
Liam.
Yeah, shouts out, Liam. Thanks. We appreciate the listens and the
We
watches.
appreciate the listen, Liam.
Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing, please.
As we look up Elon Musk's face.
What was
while
Towel Day?
the thing takes off. So what are we looking for,
Yeah,
Trevor?
right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I just saw like he was like lit up like a Christmas tree, and he was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
He was like jumping up and down, and
I mean,
like,
just
you don't see that side of him. It was in a headline I saw on Google.
Elon Musk,
I
happy
don't know where
face.
the actual
Happy
headline
face. Does he have a happy face?
Is that him?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I've seen that face before, yeah. But
Yeah.
that's an old one.
I don't know if there's a picture.
But yeah,
of it.
that's a good one.
I'll
though.
have to look it up later.
That's a good one, though.
I'm interested
What
now.
I saw was a still shot of a video.
I think you're talking about this one right here, right?
Yeah, check it out.
The first one.
I heard
Behind
they're
the
gonna
scenes.
rename their kid.
I don't know.
Uh-oh. I fucking hate this mouse.
Oh, we didn't hear the brand name, did we?
Nah.
We're safe.
No, I don't think so. Commercial going. Is that face?
That is their face.
No, look at him jumping and shit.
Hell yeah, I see
Yeah,
him.
I've never seen him jumping. Wow.
He's very
He can jump?
He's like
robotic.
a really.
when
He's a
he
human.
talks about
Just like
something,
us.
you know, and it's like
Yeah.
very robotic.
He's very knowledgeable about that. Like,
It looks like a.
nose.
It's very phallic in nature.
If you don't know what that means, penis.
It looks like a cotton balls. Look at it. Watch his face watching it. It was showing it on the side.
I see a little bit of expression there.
Oh.
He starts going nuts. I didn't really see. the
Whoa,
video,
that's
but
a
I've seen
happy
still shot
Elon
of him,
right
like-
there.
Have y'all ever seen Austin Powers?
Yes.
Look at him. He's jumping.
Which one?
He's like,
Whichever one had the the spaceship, that was the penis. This is what that looks like going up in there.
Yeah. Oh dang,
Do you
that's
know-
a satisfied Elon.
That's
Musk
really
right
what it is. And I've heard Joe Rogan talk about this before. It's kind of his theory, I think, but I agree.
there. About
But like, look, that's the one right there.
That's the face. No, it
And-
did not. No, it did not.
D-
No, it did
You
not.
didn't know they do that,
I
What?
do not believe it did that.
bro? They
You didn't know?
yeah,
There's no way.
Okay, so
dude,
let's
it
talk
does
about that.
that. Yeah.
The
I'm looking
side
at it. I don't
boosters
believe
for
it.
the rocket, when they drop off, they land back on the posts where they took off from.
Upright.
Yes.
Yeah,
But how?
Elon Musk.
because NASA.
Straight up.
I don't. Obviously, like
Elon
Elon's more
Musk.
capable, but I think that NASA's also lazy when it comes to like, how do we land on
And,
Earth?
you know,
well, just
I've
like
always wondered
have
that.
the little like escape pod just break
Yeah,
off
that small
and
thing, yeah.
parachute into the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, like,
But
Kind of just the
but-
simplest, easiest like.
Do you guys know
I
what?
don't-
don't.
idea.
I don't get how that just did that.
His rockets, when
He
they
just
come back to
knows.
Earth, land like that.
Yo, and this is the next thing that I want
Wow.
to talk to you guys about. Is like, do you remember before Elon Musk, right? space was just like a thing.
There was
that-
no before Elon Musk.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's always been here.
It's like
He's always
Before-
been with us.
before Elon Musk came through to the space
Race.
scene, you know, it was just like America went to the moon however many years ago. They were the pioneers.
1969.
We still went
You
to
barely
space
heard
and
much about
had
it
people on
after
the
that.
International Space Station.
No, we still had shit going on.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it
satellites
wasn't.
and
It
shit.
wasn't
the
Going
like.
to
astronauts
Jupiter.
on the International Space Station were on the news, and then there's been documentaries about
here's the thing.
satellites we've sent to other planets.
I mean, yeah, that has happened. But why is it
Nothing that big since the moon landing.
Yeah,
sure.
but why is it that like ever since the moon landing, astronauts have just been like in space?
Because we found aliens and we found a base on the dark side of the moon, and we were told that we weren't supposed to come back,
On
and
the
so
dark side
after
of the
Apollo
moon.
13, all Apollo missions were abandoned.
Ooh.
Well, that's the popular
Right? Just like
theory.
What?
but
Wow.
It is true. It has stopped going. Have you heard the Buzz Aldrin interviews?
Nah.
He talks about there like being a base and shit. He's the one that landed on the fucking moon, dude. Not me. Take it from him.
I mean,
I gotta watch that.
I'm
I gotta fact check.
all
that.
this is great, but I'm still amazed at how those motherfucking
rockets.
I'll have to see if we
side
can put a
rockets
clip of that on the
landed.
screen because that's really fucking cool. But I've known
How?
about that forever because that's just how SpaceX does their rockets.
Yeah.
That's just
Oh
Elon's
man,
thing.
we're in the future. We're living in the future.
It's
That's
pretty
it.
crazy. Within like millimeters, they can land right back on the post that they took off from.
Within millimeters.
That's
The man is
Look
not
that
just
part up
making
because I don't know. about-
cars that drive themselves. He's making space.
Dude, cars that drive
I get
themselves.
that.
back, and he's naming his kids bizarre names while making tunnels in LA, and
He's
also
doing so many things.
making
that-
Neuralink. Man's a genius,
We are living in the future, and Elon Musk is driving the bus.
Flamethrowers,
bro. Like straight up,
city-sized batteries in
he just
Australia.
like, I'm taking the wheel. He was just like, I'm taking the wheel.
He's like, who's
man."
this bus driver? Me? Okay, let's go.
Dude, we're
That's
going
why
this way.
Elon for president 2020.
No.
Let's just let him do his thing.
Yeah, let him do his thing.
Let him do his own thing. As
He
Dad
doesn't
says.
want to be president. But what I'm saying
Good.
is, I don't know if I've talked about this on the show, but
Yeah.
the people that want to be in charge are not the people that you want to
Yeah,
be in charge.
mhm.
And
You've
the people that
mentioned it before.
should be in charge,
Maybe once or
statistically or
twice.
scientifically,
Maybe once or
are,
twice.
are not the people that ever want to be in charge of anything.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. The people like him should be running the country and deciding what's best for humanity because they fucking know. These politicians just are there out for their own interests.
Elon knows.
Yeah.
Elon knows.
He's making stuff.
Elon, Bill Nye, Neil deGrasse Tyson. We'll get them all up there.
He makes stuff.
We'll
while,
get them all up there.
Get them all in the White House.
Yo.
Well, let's just abolish the whole president thing in the first place. No one man needs to decide what millions of people are allowed to fucking do and not do.
Technically, one man
Okay,
is not
Trevor.
supposed to.
It's a
But
silly.
it's not like he
It's
is.
but he's
supposed to
the
be
head of
There's
everything. That's
checks and
just fucking
balances,
silly.
Reg.
supposed to be.
Supposedly.
There are checks and balances, though.
Right. But I'm not a rapper. though.
Wait, so you guys don't think there are checks and balances? Like you don't think it exists?
I feel
They
like-
say
It's
Supposed
it
to
is?
be, yeah.
I
Sure.
feel like the balances of the scales are off.
I feel like there's a
In-
team of people that are in charge, and they kind of get to decide who's in Congress and
It's an oligarchy,
who is
basically.
in the presidency in the White House. I don't think they really have that much power. But the idea that we're putting one guy in charge of everything, a king or a president or, a prime minister, whatever it is, it's an outdated, silly idea. It's best for when we work in small tribes of maybe 50 to 100 people. And it's easy with that many people to decide who's the biggest, strongest, and who's been around the longest and probably knows the most about what to do and not do to stay alive.
Reg knows the most
that
about
guy
everything out of all of us.
And then he runs.
What should we do,
the
Reg?
crew. But when you're talking about like a country full of
Oh,
millions
no.
of people, like, who are you to fucking say?
Somebody commented under this. I'm still looking at this shit because I'm still amazed. Somebody said, no, he is not in real life Tony Stark.
He definitely is.
Tony Stark is fictional.
Elon Musk. No, he is not real life Tony Stark. Tony Stark is fictional Elon Musk.
Word, I
that's
like
dope.
that.
I'm
I like
liking
a
that.
lot.
That's dope.
So true. Sorry. Okay, so let's talk about Corona.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Let's get
Tez
No,
told
let's
me-
not get Corona.
Let's
but
not
let's
get
get to the conversation.
Tez told me this story, and you're not gonna believe this.
I'm
You are
probably
not. I'm just gonna let you know right now.
He's got
Okay.
corona.
No.
Oh,
Far from it,
okay.
bruh. And this is the apocalypse, and this is how you know it. Okay.
Okay.
In India, in a lab,
Jesus Christ.
a bunch of monkeys jumped the lab assistant lady. Jumped her, right? Beat her up. And then, like, escaped out. Ran out of the lab with COVID-19 samples in their hands. And now they're just running amok in the city. And one was, like, on camera eating a surgical glove.
What the fuck?
Motherfucking Planet of the Apes is happening. And they finna try to get rid of everybody.
Maybe they'll
bruh.
do
Bruh.
shit better than humans.
I can't
Or maybe
believe that.
worse.
Or maybe worse.
But how much
you
worse
imagine
could they
that
really
shit?
fuck up society?
It's so hard to believe that, bro.
Running out of the fucking lab. Running throughout the city with COVID-19 samples in their hand.
Wow.
Headline, because, but the problem is
I told you weren't gonna believe it. It's the fucking apocalypse.
I believe it, but I don't want to. I want it to be fake.
I told everybody that's the real apocalypse.
In where?
is.
When
did
a
this
bunch
happen?
of this is in India somewhere.
Oh, that's.
But the apocalypse is gonna happen. A bunch of apes are just gonna escape, and you're just gonna see them fucking running down the streets.
Dude, because we're teaching apes to be smart now, and they don't have as much sympathy as us, and they're stronger.
Right.
They don't have as much emotional connection as us. Like,
that's gonna be it.
that we've evolved over hundreds of years to, like, not be as strong. Like, their muscles are way denser than ours. Like,
So
have you ever seen
guys
a
are
shaved
worried about?
chimpanzee? The thing will rip the
Yeah.
flesh
That's such
off
a
of your
strange question
face.
to
and eat
ask.
it in front of you.
I actually have though. It's true.
Oh my gosh! But you guys are worried about the apes taking over and robots taking over.
Hey man, smart apes, bro. It'll get the apes to be their
Paired
muscle.
up with AI. Dang, that would be crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And here's the
It's a good
beautiful
movie.
thing about that, though.
That is a good movie. Help me
Elon
write the
Musk.
script, Reg.
Elon Musk. Oh shit! What was I saying?
I don't
Fuck it. Fuck it.
That
Elon
was
Musk.
easy.
Elon.
What were you guys just saying?
We were talking about the apocalypse with
Apocalypse.
the monkeys.
Robots. Elon Musk. The first time he was on Joe Rogan, he sat there and said, "I've warned the scientific community about fucking
AI.
artificial intelligence for years, and it was futile. Nobody listened,
Nobody.
and now it's too late.
And then he started.
It's not here, but it's going to be, and the people who are designing this stuff have enough power because they. It's like when you're the first person to design something, you
Yeah.
kind of get a say in what the laws are about that something.
Yes.
So, they're paying the government to say what they can't, so that they can decide what they can and can't do.
What?
Research with AI, and it's gonna get to the singularity. But
What is the singularity?
the singularity is the point in history where artificial intelligence becomes so intelligent that it decides that it can run the world
Mhm.
and society by itself in a better way because it doesn't use emotion and just thinks on logic and is 100% efficient, and that humans are inefficient and obsolete.
so
And
that's
there's-
what's
and this is
referred
what I was
as
saying
the
earlier.
singularity.
There's two things
It's my
that can
favorite
happen.
Avengers movie.
Oh yeah. Second
Yeah.
one.
What was it?
Ultron.
Yeah, Age of Ultron. Thanks.
There's two scenarios. One, they decide that we're useless and that we're a waste of space, and they eradicate us all like pest control. Or
Got it.
they have compassion, or maybe even just a tiny little bit of it doesn't matter, and they leave us alone. And yeah, we're obsolete and we're whatever, but they just kind of let us do our thing. And maybe they move to another planet where they don't have to worry about oxygen to breathe, and they run their own society the right way or whatever. But what Elon's trying to do with Neuralink is there's a way we can get ahead of the singularity if we become symbiotic with this AI. So that's the only saving grace. That's the only.
Isn't that weird though? Like the way to save us is by adding it to us.
I get it though. How symbiotic would we have to be?
So that it's not
How
its own
integrated?
intelligence, it's your intelligence, but it's just
Oh,
Bigger.
got you. So it's kind of like what's
so
that?
you become as
who's that
smart
dude
as a
from
Google
DC?
speaker.
Who's a robot? He was in the Teen Titans.
Oh,
Cyborg.
cyborg.
Cyborg. So
I'm
like
a cyborg.
cyborg.
Thought you were talking about real life. I'm like, I don't fucking
Yeah.
know. Who was a robot?
So we get this Neuralink in our brains, and we're smart, and we're efficient, and we're this and we're that. And then we become the singularity. We become the AI that is the singularity. So that there's no humans to fight against because we are the super intelligence. Before we could let it become a separate, like, smart speaker that's the artificial intelligence. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
So we
that's
are
what
the
he's
smart
reaching
speaker.
for.
Like it's gonna
Yeah.
be like a thing of you are your Google.
It's an extension of yourself, just like your phone is an extension of yourself. You don't think about it that way, but it's part of your brain now. It thinks. It's a very inefficient and very slow rate of data exchange
Yeah.
because of your limbic system.
You sound like you know what you're talking about.
Because your
He
brain
does,
has to
doesn't he?
communicate with
Right.
your arm to type something in, and then you have to wait for a
This is
response, and then
different.
you have to read it and analyze it.
Reg, I'm not used
That
to
would
this.
happen instantaneously if you had a Neuralink. This isn't me being intelligent. I just, like I
get
said,
it.
I just know. I just listen to what smart people say and then I repeat it.
And then he repeats
It
it.
regurgitated.
Word for word.
And this is what he said, not verbatim.
Dude, you
what
can
he said.
actually understand Elon Musk? Sheesh.
Yeah,
I
I still have
it's-
yet to listen
have a
to
hard
that
time.
there's a new one.
that interview. There's another one.
There's a brand new one where he talks about how to pronounce his kid's name.
You're listening to that the other
Nice.
day too, huh?
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet, but
Um,
shouts out to both of them.
shouts out
Shouts
to them.
out.
Also, shouts out to Bernadette.
Bernadette, shouts out.
Shouts out to Bernadette.
Man, my ex, man. She just contacted me and told me she's listening to the podcast. She loves it.
Oh,
She started from the beginning and she already loved it. I'm like, you should like listen to it now.
Those old episodes.
She's like, I'll get there.
Those old episodes are so cringy, and they're not even that far behind.
I know, right?
But that's the beautiful thing.
That
is
is-
we'll
it's such a
always
beautiful
have that as like.
Oh my gosh,
It's a
I can't
beautiful
believe
thing.
they are fucking cringy, aren't they?
Kinda.
Kind of are. Yeah. So shouts out to you.
I'm still a little cringy. It's cool though.
Well, you know we all are.
We all are in our own way.
So in other news, they discovered 13 new animals
Where did they come
living
from?
in a cave.
I seen this.
You saw this? Thank you. It's not just RJ making up shit.
I seen it.
Let's talk about it.
It's RJ and Trevor
And
making
Trevor
up
now.
shit.
I just pulled Trevor in. Next time it'll be you, bro.
I did see something about it in a cave.
Yeah.
It's been sealed off for like
yeah.
millions or so years.
Some shit like that, man.
Thousands of years, millions. I don't know.
13 new animals. I'm like,
Wow.
what?
What
Leave
were
'em
they
alone.
eating and
They're
drinking?
probably each other.
And dude, it's so many questions.
It is.
In their own ecosystem, probably they have plants that turn carbon dioxide into
Oxygen.
breathable oxygen, and then animals that turn breathable oxygen into carbon dioxide. Just like it works out here on a larger scale.
Actually, I want to look this up because I didn't
Let's
look it up.
look it up.
Tez told me, and I was like, what? He also told me the monkey story. And
So I actually saw it in a meme. It was an actual screenshot of the actual headline. I don't know what news source it was from, but it said, you know, the headline: scientists discovered
am I?
13 new species living in a sealed-off cave, and then the comment right below it was like, "Put that shit back. This is not the year."
Right. This is definitely not the year. Put it back.
Oh my god.
Open up another curse, man.
Bro,
I've
we've
seen a few
had
of those,
So much
like,
stuff already.
They dug up some mummies and shit.
Really? Oh, in
Motherfuckers
Egypt?
were like, "Put that back."
Yo, we don't want that energy.
Let me
Maybe
see.
next year when like it's not. And it's the
Crazy.
only
Oh,
crazy
shit.
thing that happened.
It's not 13. Croatian scientists find 30 new species in
30.
caves.
30.
30.
30.
That's an even bigger deal. There's probably
is.
millions more than that even in there.
Wait,
They haven't discovered yet.
30? Damn.
Well, these are like big
Ah.
animals. These aren't like
Like fish?
microbiology and shit. And
Yeah, I
moss and,
guess.
like weird species of.
More images for
That's
13 new
embarrassing.
animals discovered. Why now is it saying 13?
You can't trust anything.
You can't
you
trust
read.
shit.
Nah. You cannot.
Okay, you see what I'm saying?
It
says
changes depending on what news source you're reading from. I think that's the
there's
narrative
at least
nowadays.
one.
There's
There's
at
at least
least
one. What is that?
And there's
Damn.
painting, wall paintings.
I think that was already
An
a thing.
ostrich. Dude.
It's like a salamander.
No, I think these are just images of
Images
animals.
of
yeah.
Why the fuck?
It's so inaccurate.
But it's BBC News. Okay.
Anyway,
At least
so-
it's BBC News. Yeah, that
Where'd
they
you
were
find the other one
discovered.
from.
And that.
Let's check it out there. Since you're talking about BBC
Did they come
News.
from the Serengeti?
Oh, that was horrible. Mine wasn't better, but that was horrible.
Oh my gosh, bro. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
BBC.
Reg. BBC.
And I don't mean
So hold on. The articles that say 13 and the article that says 30 are both from
Oh my
BBC.
yes.
BBC News. You done goofed on that one.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad you got that. I know Trevin got it, but he was just going on.
Yeah, he was going on and on and on.
Comment if you got that joke.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah, please do. Please let us know.
So in other news, guys, you know what I'm ready for? I'm ready to be able to dress up fancy and shit
And go out
and go out and do something.
Yes.
safely though.
Yeah, with my mask on.
With your mask on and your gloves
With
on.
my mask, you know.
And your gloves.
6
I
feet
got
away
hand
from
sanitizer for
everybody.
that.
You know what I'm excited for? Tattoo shops are opening,
Ooh.
and I need some new ink.
I'm
but
not going yet.
I know, me neither.
But I want to.
But I really do, and I'll go back. But I just don't know how soon I'm willing to.
My
do it.
roommate and I were just
However,
talking
think
about
about
the
it.
new
If you have any
tattoos.
tattoos, if you've ever been in a shop, they're the cleanest places on the planet.
I have 7.
The most.
7.
They're the most sanitary places, and
Yeah.
they're like, any other business. People are like, yeah, there's sanitation rules, and they half-ass follow them because they're supposed to. Tattoo artists are very passionate about sterilization and sanitation.
Yeah, they don't want those
So-
lawsuits. I get it. I understand. But yeah, my roommate and I were just talking about getting new tats. I'm ready for
Okay.
a couple new tats.
So you guys gonna get matching tats
Actually, yeah.
of the band?
Word.
Oh, basically, it was all of us. Basically, it was all of us that lived in an apartment back in high school. I mean, not high school, in college, and we all still keep in touch. Like, we're very close still.
Okay.
Like, we'll any random night just call and start drinking and just have a big ass like FaceTime call or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, we did that. That happened last night, and then like 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, and then so it's just like often. So we're all just gonna get a tattoo to commemorate that shit.
What are you guys gonna get?
Right on.
The apartment number that we
Nice.
that we all lived in,
What's the number?
106.
106 Park.
Yeah, but you know how the emoji 100 is with the lines under it? We're gonna get that.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're all
That's pretty
100.
I
lit.
like that. I like
Right?
that, yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking about like other tattoos, but like we're gonna get that one, and then I want to add to my most recent tattoo, my Wanderlust tattoo. Did I talk about that?
Nah.
I have a tattoo that literally just says Wanderlust, and so it's on my side, on my right side.
What does that mean?
Wanderlust.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it. it's like
Define it.
basically
Define
define it is basically the need to travel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Like wander, like a lust for
yeah,
wandering.
exactly.
Okay.
There you go. Compound
Yeah,
word.
makes sense.
Hey.
So under that tattoo, I'm gonna get coordinates, a list of coordinates of my favorite places I've been
Nice.
traveled to. Yeah, so I need to go ahead and get a few coordinates.
Damn, Reg.
Damn right.
Why you gotta get that intricate, bro?
Hey man, if I
Tattoo's
ever
gotta
die
mean shit.
naked, y'all gonna know something.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna know the story.
So if
why
someone
are you
finds your body and they're like, okay, I gotta send it back to this address right here. Yeah,
And this address. And this address. And this address. Like, fuck, which one is the least expensive
Which
one?
one? Ah, that's funny.
I want to get like covered eventually, but over time. Like I'm not in a hurry to be covered in tattoos, but I want to eventually like fit them all. But I want to do it like old school, like the sleeves,
Right.
like made out of just other random tattoos.
Mm.
I mean, they're all gonna mean something, and they're all gonna be kind of connected. But like, you know what I mean? As opposed to like getting a giant picture of a dragon,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as
I
a
feel
sleeve.
you. I feel you.
Like how they used to do it, you just like get little tattoos and medium and some large tattoos until you
Yeah.
just like have an armful of different tattoos.
Right.
So
That's how I want to do it.
I got a question for you guys about tattoos and what you get. Like, Is it a passion
For
Is it-
fashion?
or is it like the getting of the tattoo? Is it like what the tattoo means?
It's having the tattoo.
Yeah, it's having it for sure.
Because the getting it isn't pleasant. Now, it's
At
not
all.
terrible. It's not like the most painful thing in the world, and it's a common like question. "Ooh, does it
My
hurt?"
rib was horrible.
Some of the spots, there's some tender spots you can get tatted, but for the most part, it's just kind of a numb, like,
Yeah,
it almost
it's like Have you ever been sunburned? Dash.
Black, is that
I've been
possible?
sunburned. Yes, it's possible.
Looks
I've
like
never
it here today.
Okay. I was gonna say if you've been sunburned, it's like somebody just scratching the sunburn spot. You ever been stung by an animal?
Yeah.
Which one?
Bee.
It's like
Most common.
about 5 of those at the same time.
It's not
But
so-
it gets numb.
like at first it kind of stings, and then like the more it's in, like they're going on that spot, like it just gets numb, and you can kind of feel a burn, but it's like pretty easy.
It
to
gets faint.
handle.
Ish.
Yeah,
It
and it
faints.
depends on who you are too. Some people.
True that. Some
I've
people
heard
can't handle
that-
pain.
I've heard from a lot of my artists that most people who actually freak out and make a scene are like the biggest, like scariest fucking dudes, you know, like bodybuilders with like
Yeah.
tough guy syndrome, like tiny dick syndrome with big trucks and a lot of tattoos.
Tiny dick syndrome.
Go to the gym every day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just, like a
Yeah,
stereotype,
we know
like
those
tough
guys.
guy.
Right.
Apparently, those guys squeal the worst when getting tatted.
Oh wow. I
Not
didn't
all
know
of
that.
them. Some of them are probably actual badasses, but I mean, it weeds out the phonies.
Damn,
Yeah,
Trevor.
yeah, yeah.
So you
When
calling out the Rock, bro?
When women who've never even had a tattoo will get it on a tender spot and they'll just sit there.
I heard women take pain way
Yeah.
easier than men anyway.
I mean, they get
so
burned
shouts
in
out to
childbirth.
women.
You know? Yeah.
Shouts
Hey.
out. Shouts out to all the women out
That whole
there.
childbirth thing, I heard it was kind of painful. It,
I heard
could
it
get
wasn't
there.
extremely pleasant.
Speaking of women, you guys want an update on that girl I was talking about
Yeah, let's.
last week?
What happened?
Yeah, there's
Wait,
an
I thought you
update?
said he was done.
Yeah, same.
I did say that.
I'm surprised there's an update.
So you weren't going to talk to her? It didn't even matter if she had an
Good excuse or
explanation.
anything.
You didn't want to know. You didn't care. You were over it.
He was like, I'm done.
But
So-
she kept messaging me. Yeah, you know that whole crazy hot matrix?
Hold on, she never messaged you to begin with in the original story.
But then she did though.
Huh?
After ghosting
Oh wait.
you
Oh
and
wait,
telling
wait.
you she was married.
We haven't gotten that far. Okay, my bad. Let,
Alright.
let me go look real quick. But
Okay.
yeah, so yeah, but she did though.
Okay, and what's up?
Okay, so we've been messaging. I'll even show you guys like what this shit looks like. Look at this. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Look at this. All of these messages, right? We've been messaging each
You guys
other.
been going back and forth.
Yeah.
Damn.
So this is how it started. So she never replied to that initial message, but I like reacted to her story with like a laughing emoji, and then that's it. It took off. She started like messaging me, and then it just went,
Oh my gosh, so you were like talking.
yeah, dude.
You realize if anything happens, if she's eventually going to listen to this.
Oh, Reg, are you prepared for
No,
that?
she doesn't listen to podcasts. I made sure before I started talking about this.
Oh, she's one of those
She doesn't like
uncultured
podcasts.
people.
Yeah,
Oh my
uncultured.
God.
No. Yeah, so I mean, nothing's gonna happen, and let me let me tell you. Okay, so we were talking, right? She's cool, and she like keeps messaging me. You saw
Is she
these
married?
long ass messages. I'm gonna get to
The
that.
people need to
You
know.
saw. I'm definitely gonna get to that because I brought it up twice. So you saw these long ass messages and shit.
Yes.
So I eventually was like, oh, we got to a conversation like about partying, and I was like, oh, okay. Does your husband party with you? And then I left it, and then like when she did respond and everything, she was like, yeah, he's the whole reason I do party. Before him, I had no friends. Blah blah blah. I'm like, she's really laying it on thick. Like if
Uh-huh.
she is married,
Yeah.
she.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if she isn't married, she's really making it seem like she is. But I was like, oh, okay. No, I didn't say, oh, okay. All I said was, dot, dot, dot. And that's all I put. And then,
Very charming, Reg.
like, she responded not to that. She left that alone. She responded to the other shit we were talking about, like, and that left that alone completely. And I was like, oh, okay. I gave you a second chance. I don't even do second chances, but I'm finna give you a third one because that crazy hot matrix, man. She she is good looking. I'm willing to deal with a little bit of crazy here.
All right.
But yeah, so like I finally asked her again, actually today. I was like, look, I just gotta put it out there, okay?
What the fuck is up?
I don't think you're married. This is how it came. I was like, I don't think you're married. Body language suggested me that you're not, blah, blah, blah. And she was just like, basically like, yeah, well, I don't think it's just, body language that you think that. I think you saw on my social media that I don't post him, but I am indeed married. I was like, oh, shit, okay. Yeah, but like, she's still like having conversations with me. Like, and I'm just like, oh, now nothing's gonna happen. I don't care. I don't care now if she says, oh, I was just really testing you.
You've accepted it.
I've accepted it again.
That's what you said last week, though.
Bro,
But
are
she
we
gonna
here
be
to
keep
judge
on
me
texting
or are
you.
we
No,
here
we're
to
not.
listen?
We're not here to judge.
So the moral of that story is I need a summer fling.
I think she wants
Okay.
something to happen, but she is also married. She doesn't post him. She doesn't talk about him, and she parties a lot.
Maybe she doesn't want to be married,
And
but you
if
know
my
what?
girl was texting you
I
like
don't care.
that, bro,
You saw it. That's because I even told her I was like, look,
That's
I
crazy.
do not want to be like disrespectful to your marriage.
yeah.
That's what I told her.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, look, that's not my intentions. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. So there's that.
There's that.
That's bad.
But man, yeah. So moral of the story, I need a summer fling. Any ladies out there listening?
Hit up my man at Reg
No,
Child.
I'd
don't do that.
reg-
No, don't do
I'd
that.
reg
Don't
quarantines.
do that. Don't do that. Because
I'm
I'm
gonna
still.
go on Craigslist and get you. I'm gonna get your DMs to blow.
Because
the
I just
fuck up.
realized this is the internet.
This is the internet, bro.
And I'm already willing to deal with some crazy, but this is
but not
internet.
that crazy.
Hey,
I don't
man.
know.
You need some of that crazy internet in your life.
I mean, I don't know, man. But with that being said,
I'm interested to see how this develops next week.
Yeah, me too.
because I'm gonna keep silent. I don't think she's married, man. Do you believe it?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm starting to believe
Like
she
I said,
is.
I think she's married, but she don't want you to see that. She doesn't mind that you know, but when it comes to like she texting you all the time, she don't want her husband in that conversation. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I'm not trying to. I'm no homewrecker.
I understand you ain't trying to. I'm just saying she is.
I know. I gotta clarify for the people listening and watching. I don't do that stuff anymore. That was a long time
Anymore.
ago.
He's a changed man.
I am a changed man. So, if you're single, sexy, and a little bit crazy,
Just a little.
to know crazy, hit your boy up.
This is the internet, Reg.
I said a little bit, not internet crazy, just a little bit of crazy.
Bro, there's catfishing out here. You cannot.
You're absolutely right. Don't hit me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Don't worry about it, guys. You're absolutely right about that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I could get catfish though, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody almost got me one time. No
Oof.
lie. I don't know. But then they start asking for money. I was like, hold up. Nah.
That's when
I
you
don't
knew.
even know you.
That's when you're like, no.
How'd that happen once?
Yeah.
They always ask for money.
The craziest interaction though, first interaction, some girl, I got her number when I was living back in Kentucky. Actually, my roommates and I was just talking about this. It came up for some reason. But the craziest interaction. Got her number at a restaurant. I was with my co-workers. We were at this Mexican restaurant, and there is this table of girls like close to us. And then they all got up to leave. I went to talk to one of them that I thought was really cute. And here's that crazy hot matrix thing again. She was really, really cute. And so ended up, I feel like I'm echoing it.
I heard that. I wonder if they're gonna hear that later. We'll see
I
if
don't
we can
know.
fix
We'll
it
see.
in post. But that was crazy.
Right. Okay. I think we're good. So I ended up getting her number, texting her about an hour later. And then we started texting probably about 30 minutes into it. And she was like, "Do you eat ass?" And I was like, "Okay." Okay. And I'm not. She asked me to eat her ass. And I was like, "Ugh."
And you don't even know her?
What does it
I
look
don't
like?
know you, lady.
What does it look like?
I don't know. And
What?
at that point, I was
Is that what you
uninterested.
just asked?
Is it clean?
Trevor,
Can
oh
we
my
take a
gosh.
shower first?
Oh, I cannot believe you're
oh.
saying this. Stranger Trevor. This is a stranger, bro.
I mean, I'm married, so I ain't worried about it now. But I'm just saying, like, if it were me, if I were you,
Nah,
You
bro.
don't-
I would send a
I
pic.
was good. I don't do that shit.
Send a pic.
Not that.
What does it look like?
Yet.
Show me the money.
Maybe when I get married, but I don't know.
Maybe
That
when I
takes
get married.
commitment. That takes commitment. I'm not just gonna be eating,
Booty hole.
random ass.
I'm just saying shit just to rile y'all up.
Well, and at that point, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Ass eating.
Man.
So
This
we
episode will be
appreciate
called
you
Eating Ass.
eating ass. I think so, actually. We did talk about it till the end. Fuck it. Thank you guys for listening and watching. We appreciate you guys. Follow us on all platforms at Convosaries. Convosaries Podcast. If you can't find us, like, share, subscribe on YouTube. Follow me at Reg Travels.
Follow me, Dash McCorda.
And I'm the chosen one.
We thank you for listening, and until next time, peace.
Peace.